Do you have an air compressor that's not working? When you turn the lever, it just clicks and nothing happens? Well, we're going to show you how to fix this today. We're going to show you how to troubleshoot it. First, we start off by taking the cover off with the Phillips screwdriver. And inside here, we have the switch. When you flip the lever back and forth, it makes contact. And you can see that it's actually working as it should. So what we're going to do to troubleshoot to see if the switch is broken, by touching the wires to make it hot. So we'll plug it in and see if it turns on. And of course, it's not working. So we know that it's not the switch. Now we're going to put the ohm meter on. And you can look up on YouTube a good video to teach you how to use one of these if you have it. And we're checking to see if the current is traveling through the switch. And there you have it. There's actually current going through the switch with it turned on. So that's not our problem. We check the top part of the switch, and then we check the bottom part of the switch. So with that being said, then we need to get into it deeper. So we'll grab a Torx number T25 wrench, or not wrench, but a screwdriver, and take all the screws out. So once you get all the screws out, then we can kind of pull it apart. That way we can get inside to see what we can experience or see what's going on the inside of this air compressor, where the pump is. Okay, Levi, you gonna help me?
Yeah.
I can't figure out how to get this off.
It's because there's a bolt right here that's underneath this.
Oh, there's a bolt right there on both sides. Okay, well, let's take those two screws out. One on that side, and then I guess there's one on this side too. Yeah, right here. So that's a Phillips screwdriver, right? Okay, we got those two screws out. Now we're just gonna slide this way, of course, because there's nothing here. But over here you got this fitting. It has to come this way. You can see how the track stops here, so it has to come this way. Now we got it slid forward, so now it should come right off there. Levi, you want to pull it apart? Take it apart. There is our problem. What do we have going on here? This is why you don't store an item like this in the shed. Oh my, I can see some, what'd you say was in there? Dead mice. There, we found the problem. The wires are chewed off. So let's get this cleaned up and see what we have to work with. Okay, I was able to get this all cleaned up, and you can see here these wires were chewed off. This white wire goes on here, and then of course the ground wire goes on there. So I'm going to go ahead and slide this little grommet, I guess you call it, slide that down further so I can get me some more slack on this, and then trim the wires off. See if we can get this thing started. Okay, I connected the green wire back onto that eyelet that was bolted onto the framing. And I know I would like to move this out to give me more slack right here, but I couldn't. Not sure why that is like that. Maybe that's molded into the cord itself, but I don't know. So what I did is, most of you guys don't have these extra ends and able to replace those. So what I did is I stripped the insulation off of each of these wires and then kind of put them back together and then taped them real tight. So I want to put that back together. So I plugged it in and it does power up. Exciting. So let's put this all back together and see how it does. Okay, we'll plug this back in, and we got the cover back on. It took a little while working at it. Best thing to do is take some pictures before you start taking it apart. That way you know how it goes back together. And we didn't put this cover back on yet because I just wanted to make sure that things are going to work. So let's push this into the auto mode and see what happens. All right, great. There you have it. Works perfect. So now I'm going to go ahead and put this cover on there. We have a success. The air compressor is fixed and it works perfect. One thing I would probably do differently is fix those wires permanently, because sooner or later over time that's probably going to fail again. But at least I can get my job done. I'm going to be putting some crown molding up and redoing my floors and putting in new floor molding and molding around the door trim or door jambs. If this future content is helpful to you, or you've enjoyed what you saw today and learned something, feel free to subscribe and hit the thumbs up button. That helps us help you. And until the next time, have a great one. Thanks for watching.